Let's make history. The term, first off, actually comes from a Dutch word which means robber or plunderer. And it was first used back in Roman times, 60 BC, by Cato the Younger. He used it often to get under the skin of Julius Caesar. It wasn't called filibuster at the time. Its usage now as a political tactic, that started in the mid-1800s.
See, the Senate has this rule. It says before they vote, 60 people have to agree to have the vote. That means just 41 people, a minority, can entirely block a bill. This is called a filibuster. Early on, filibusters were rare. This is a chart of the number of times the Senate has had a vote to break a filibuster in the last 100 years. But in the last 50 years, they started to grow. And now, almost every big bill is filibustered. But the Senate didn't always have this rule. In fact, it all kind of happened by accident. This is the Senate in 1805. It's much smaller than it is now, and the filibuster as we know it today doesn't exist yet. And before they vote on a bill, they debate. If they want to end debate and vote, they just need a majority to agree. But Vice President Aaron Burr thinks a high-minded place like the Senate should have as much debate as needed. So the Senate gets rid of the rule. Now senators can debate for as long as they want, and there's no way to stop them. At first, it isn't really a problem. Because the Senate is still pretty small, there's only so long a group of senators can physically talk. Eventually they tire out, debate ends, and they get to a vote. But as the US grows, so does the Senate, and they have more factions and more people to filibuster bills.
And the very first filibuster in United States history occurred during the very first session of the Senate, where Virginia senators deliberately prolonged the debate to prevent the passing of a bill, the Judiciary Act. And this happened on 22 September back in 1789. But the first really significant extended filibuster took place in 1837 by senators who were opposed to Democratic President Andrew Jackson. They filibustered for several days. However, the longest filibuster in U.S. history is attributed to Strom Thurmond of South Carolina, who spoke for over 24 hours on 28 August in 1957 to delay the passage of the Civil Rights Act.